Okay, so some of you might know that I'm going on a backpacking trip come July, and I have been really debating about what I should bring for a camera, because this camera I'm using now costs $700, which like took me forever to save up for. My older Canon camera, which is right here. The audio is kind of messed up on it, and it's, you know, it's not like it's a rugged camera or anything, so if I dropped it, I could be completely out of commission. And then also I have, and the cheapest GoPro I could buy, which even this I think was like $150. But this, I can't see what I'm recording, and also I think that when it's in the waterproof case it has really bad sound quality, and then even and you need the waterproof case, otherwise it's not waterproof, obviously. So then I was thinking, well, what if I just buy the new GoPro Hero 5, because that one looks amazing, right? Like, that looks like a real camera, not just a crappy underwater camera. But then it also is completely waterproof, and I'm guessing it's pretty durable. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing it is. At least more durable than the Canon cameras. But then I was like, well, I do have one other option that I haven't really considered, which is this little camera, this is the first camera I ever bought. It's a Coleman camera. If you want to focus in on that for me, would you, buddy? No, doesn't want to. Anyway, it's a Coleman camera. It's waterproof. It's really durable. It costs like $70. Oh, that's it telling me it's shutting off, because but it takes AA batteries and it eats through them like nobody's business. Like, I remember one day, I don't remember how much I recorded. I actually don't even know where that video is that I recorded, but just in one day, I went through 4 AA batteries. So that eats through a lot, especially when you consider, like, I mean, this Xbox controller, it probably gets used like an average of an hour a day, like, because there's some days it doesn't get used, there's some days it gets used a lot. So I don't know, an hour or 2 a day. And this takes 2 AA's, and that'll last a couple of months, you know. I realize it's not the same thing, but I'm just, in comparison, this goes through a lot of AA's compared to anything else that takes AA's. But let's just, I want to test it real quick. Let's turn it on. So, let's go. Boy, it looks, I'm looking through the viewfinder on this thing, and it looks horrendous. Like a super bad cell phone camera, like a flip phone cell phone camera. It might not even look that good. Alright, so this is Canon camera. Soak it in. Now this is the Coleman camera. Soak that in. What do you think? Is this worth it? Because if I bring this camera, the only thing I have to worry about is a big memory card, or multiple memory cards, and a lot of AA's. But if I bring the Canon camera, I'm going to be worried about breaking it, you know, like, that's a big thing. I don't want to break that camera. If I bring this one, also I'm going to be worried about breaking it, getting it wet, because believe it or not, it does rain a lot in New Mexico. I'm still recording on the Coleman, by the way. I'm going to stop recording on the Coleman, but we'll see what that looks like anyway. I'm guessing it looks really bad. Like, it might look slightly better than it does on this viewfinder. This might just be a really bad viewfinder or whatever, but if the video quality on this is 10 or 720 and it looks decent, like just decent, no doubt I'll bring this with me, because look at how small it is, and it's like I said, it's waterproof. It's gonna be like my no-fail backup camera, unless it looks like you're looking at pixelized Minecraft video. So anyway, depending on what this looks like, what I might end up doing is I might end up bringing this camera and this camera, or I will just go all out and buy a new GoPro, not bring this one, get a new one. But we'll see. But I really doubt, unless somehow I strike it big and have enough money so I can buy 2 of these cameras, so I can have one good one that I know is safe at home and one to bring with me that could potentially get destroyed. I will not be bringing this camera with me. So yeah, I'm gonna see what this looks like, and then I'll have a conclusion for you in, well, just a second, because it's only gonna take a second for me to find out what this looks like. Well, actually, hang on a second. So, I am now pretty much regretting getting this at all. Because I determined that this picture quality, I mean, it's atrocious. It's really bad, and I actually think that the video quality on this is better, but for what this is, I actually thought it was pretty good. And I think if the video was only shot on this and you didn't switch back and forth from really good to, you know, like bottom of the barrel, worse than a cell phone camera, you wouldn't think it was that bad. So this might be the camera. I think what I'll do is I'll probably bring this one and my old Canon. I'm still thinking about it because I want to have a backup. I gotta have a no-fail system here, and who knows, this thing could fail, but I don't think it will. So yeah, I mean, like I said, going from this camera to this one, it's really bad. But if you consider, first of all, if you consider the size and weight of this compared to this camera, like, this is so much smaller and lighter. And then if you also consider the battery, because if I'm backpacking, I'm not going to be able to charge a zillion Canon batteries, and of course I could bring a bunch of them fully charged, but those are expensive. If you want to get decent ones, they're what, like 50 bucks a piece if you want a decent battery, and then you got to have all those charged up. And so this thing just takes double A's, and it does eat through them relatively quickly, but you know, I could just bring a box of double A's and that would just be fine. I wouldn't have to worry about charging it. And then my guess is I would have to carry all the dead double A's with me too. I don't think there'd be anywhere to throw them, but if there was a place I could throw them out, then I would certainly throw them out, and that would lighten the load. But I was expecting it to look a lot worse. I just looked at it on my iPad and it's okay. Better than I thought it was going to be. I would try to mess around with it because the color, like, it looked like everything had the life sucked out of it. But it doesn't have any adjustments on it. I was just checking, none. So what you see is what you get, and what you get isn't that bad, I don't think. So yeah, this camera here, honestly, I prefer it over, like, if I was going to recommend somebody buy the $150 cheapest GoPro you can get without a screen, or the $70 Coleman waterproof camera with a screen, I would recommend this. The only downfall to this is you can't, there's no mounts for it, so you can't screw it to a tripod, or you can't clip it onto like a GoPro rail. But what you can do is get a cell phone clip mount for it. So now it's on this, and this can be screwed into a tripod, or there's also this spot here. And obviously you don't want to film sideways with this one. This one is meant to be filmed vertically. So I guess this one in particular isn't the best example of what kind of clamp you would want, but anyway, yeah. So that's all. But I would definitely recommend this camera if you're looking for just a waterproof camera, and you don't want to spend a ton of money, because like I said, this was 75 bucks. It takes AA batteries, so you don't have to buy expensive batteries, and you can get rechargeable AA's if you want. And then, yeah, I don't know, I have nothing else to add. I was happy with this, so enjoy happy hunting.